Bitcoin getting hammered today, hitting its lowest level since last July, dangerously close to the 30,000 level. Our Bitcoin baller, Brian Kelly, says the cryptocurrency is trading in near lockstep with the NASDAQ. He joins us now to walk through where we go from here. BK, good to see you. So Bitcoin's just trading like a risk asset. And that's it.
I mean, well, so there's two things going on. Number one is that it's trading like a risk asset. So if you look at the 30-day rolling correlation of Bitcoin and the NASDAQ 100, it's about 77% right now. That's about the highest we've seen, but almost all year it's been above 70%. So that is number one. You've got that kind of flow. The second thing that's actually going on is there's a stable coin that is ostensibly backed by Bitcoin in some way, and they're trying to defend the peg against the dollar, and they have to sell some Bitcoin to do that. And that's accelerating the sell-off here. So you have both kind of elements coming in, and that's why we're down almost 10% today.
Can one not buy Bitcoin, or should one not buy Bitcoin until the NASDAQ bottoms, basically?
Or until the correlation breaks, yeah. So, I mean, at this point in time, you're going to have to wait for that. So it's just a question of the next phase of Bitcoin will be maybe we see currencies break. Look what's going on with the yen or the RMB. That might be the next catalyst, but until we see that, it is going to keep trading with the NASDAQ.
How do you look at currencies and see the moves and relate it to what's going on with Bitcoin? When you see the yuan go down 1%, excuse me, and you see the Dixie hit 2-year highs, I mean, how do you sort of take that information and translate that into what's going on with Bitcoin?
Yeah, so, you know, the correlation between the dollar and Bitcoin has been negative. So just like where the NASDAQ, it's positive, it's trading with it. When the dollar goes up, Bitcoin has been going down. But when I see stuff like the yuan and the RMB move the way that they move, I mean, these are extraordinary moves, things we haven't seen since the 1980s when we had the Plaza Accord. That's currency markets breaking. And so how does that translate into Bitcoin? Bitcoin is an alternative currency, just like gold is. So I think at some point in time, when those currencies break, Bitcoin's actually going to see some positive flow from that.
Hey, BK, it's Karen. Thanks for being on today. What do you think about if the Fed were to become a little more dovish? Would that help Bitcoin and therefore, I guess, the NASDAQ or vice versa?
It would rip higher, yeah. And that's what everybody is looking for, right? So at 30,000, everybody's trying to buy this dip. Everybody's trying to figure out, is the Fed going to back off the brakes a little bit? My view is they're not going to, but the moment that they do, and maybe that moment is when Bitcoin's at 20,000, I don't know, that's going to be a big buying opportunity for Bitcoin.
Well, give us a glimpse of the Bitcoin Ballers portfolio, Brian. I mean, obviously your mandate is to be a crypto fund, and so I'm wondering how you sort of navigate this and how you hedge.
Yeah, so I mean, at this point, you know, we're all over the place, but at this point, we're net short on Bitcoin, so we're playing the downside here. We are looking for a place where I want to buy the Bitcoin, but for now, yeah, you got to trade the market you got. So I'm going to be net short Bitcoin until things change.
Bitcoin price falls 54% from its all-time high. Despite recent news that the Securities and Exchange Commission will postpone its decision on a Bitcoin ETF, the cryptocurrency has yet to reach new highs.
However, the Intercontinental Exchange ICE has launched a new company, Backed, which will enable you to use Bitcoin at coffee shops and Starbucks. Additionally, the new company is leveraging Microsoft's cloud to build an open digital asset ecosystem.
Elon Musk's tweet. Elon Musk's tweet about Bitcoin's recent slide has caused an unexpected reaction in the cryptocurrency market.
The billionaire CEO of Tesla Motors, with more than 54 million followers on Twitter, has a complicated relationship with cryptocurrency. He's often been quick to condemn them, saying that they hurt the environment, and then teasing the market by tweeting about them when they are suffering.
According to Kuber, a Bitcoin analyst at CoinSwitch, a cryptocurrency exchange, Elon Musk's tweets have caused a surge in trade volume. Elon Musk's tweet about Bitcoin price dropping 54% from its high has caused the cryptocurrency market to react negatively.
The tweet has been linked to Tesla's decision to suspend its plans to accept Bitcoin. Musk's tweet also contained a comic strip depicting a breakup and the use of energy by a cryptocurrency.
The tweet triggered a reaction in the cryptocurrency market, and Bitcoin has since recovered slightly. Although the price of Bitcoin fell, The market is still up 300% from the previous month's low.
The most recent record high was reached on 25 April, and despite the subsequent dip, the price of Bitcoin quickly recovered. On May 12, Elon Musk changed his tune.
He suggested that Bitcoin was overbought and that his tweet was responsible for the correction. Many technical analysts believe that the tweet is not the only factor driving the market, as historical prices of cryptocurrencies have fallen before the announcements of Tesla and Elon Musk.
Besides the impact on the cryptocurrency market, the tweet's impact has been felt beyond the crypto market. While Bitcoin prices have plummeted in price, shares of Samsung Publishing, a company owned by Musk, soared.
While the tweet may have caused some confusion, it may have muddied the legal waters in Musk's favor. Reuters' findings have shown that it's important to follow the latest news about Bitcoin.
As the Bitcoin price fell, the tweets about Tesla's decision to stop accepting Bitcoin payments were met with criticism from the right. Tesla CEO Elon Musk has also been vocal about his distaste for cryptocurrencies, but has also stated that he would still use Bitcoin when Tesla finds a better source of energy.
This tweet has prompted several debates on the value of cryptocurrencies. Fed's open-ended easing program.
The central bank's upcoming interest rate hike could send Bitcoin's price plummeting, with many predicting that it will be as much as 45 lower than its all-time high. This would echo the stance of the European Central Bank, which has maintained flexibility in response to a turbulent environment.
According to futures contracts for Fed funds, the central bank is expected to raise interest rates by 25 basis points next week, the first rate hike since December 2018. Unlike the European Central Bank, the Fed lowered rates to near zero 2 years ago, launching its open-ended asset purchasing program to counter the adverse economic effects of the coronavirus pandemic.
The stock market has also undergone a painful sell-off this week. The Dow Jones Industrial Average fell 3.9% this week, the S&P 500 shed 5.1%, and the tech-heavy Nasdaq Composite Index declined 6.2% this week.
But the drop in Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies is far more rapid than the stock markets. This has spooked some investors.
Traders are worried about the long-term viability of the cryptocurrency market despite the recent drop. It's likely to rebound in 3 weeks.
Historically, digital currencies have recovered when the Fed raises interest rates, and this time may be no different. The Fed may not raise rates as aggressively as some have predicted, but the price of Bitcoin has been in a tight range for months.
If the Fed doesn't make a change, Bitcoin's price will likely fall another 54 from its higher rise in interest rates will affect stocks, commodities, and other risky assets.
It may even affect cryptocurrency and the markets until 2023. The Fed has already raised interest rates once this year, and a second hike is likely next.
The Fed may have to hike rates several times next year to combat stubbornly high inflation. However, the volatility could last only a few months, depending on the underlying economy.
Bitfinex's security breach. Reuters reports that Bitfinex, a Hong Kong-based digital currency exchange, has suffered a security breach that may have led to the theft of up to $65 million in Bitcoin.
The company says that nearly 120,000 Bitcoin have been stolen and has suspended all transactions while the security breach is investigated. The company says it is deeply concerned about the issue and is investigating all options.
The recent hack may be the first step toward more robust regulation. The CFTC is now examining whether the definition of delivery is still appropriate.
The CE should be updated to address the special characteristics of cryptocurrency exchanges. The Bitfinex hack may also lead to increased interest from regulators.
However, the CFTC and other federal agencies have a long history of disfavoring regulators and have generally favored industry self-regulation. Hearn's attack on Bitcoin.
In response to Hearn's recent post, many Bitcoin developers have criticized his comments. They questioned the technical understanding of Hearn's criticisms and suggested that consensus would be easier without Hearn's input.
While there's some truth to these criticisms, some Bitcoiners are not convinced. Here are some reactions to Hearn's post.
Read on to find out what they are saying. While some Bitcoiners accepted his departure gracefully, others were not so quick to forgive him.
Many were quick to blame Hearn for his departure, while others said that his resignation was the result of frustration with Bitcoin and block size. While some claimed that Hearn was merely frustrated with Bitcoin's price, others said that he was purposefully sabotaging it.
Regardless of the motives behind his departure, his actions reflected his discontent with the Bitcoin community. Hearn's exit was widely covered in the mainstream press.
While many people were shocked to see a former Blockstream CEO exiting the Bitcoin project, Hearn did not make his decision lightly. Hearn also cast the co-founder of Blockstream as the villain of the story.